What's up, Cardinal Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. Wednesday night, Canfield Cardinal night at Coca's Pizza. First of all, I want to thank Steve Coca for all he does for all of us here at YSN and all he does for the Canfield Athletic Department. Great food, great place. Come on down Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock for Canfield Cardinal night. Joined by my partner in crime, Matt Marr. I want to thank Matt for running the board and keeping me situated and getting me ready to go. Canfield Cardinals get a big win over the Poland Bulldogs Friday night, 17-10. We will talk about that with Coach and also Nick Joseph later on in the show. But Canfield will face the Cheney Cowboys Friday night at 7 o'clock on the road. You can watch the game on YSN. Anthony Malone and Craig Walters will be on the call for that. But one of the reasons we're here for Canfield Cardinal senior cheerleading profiles with 4 beautiful young ladies that do a great job with the Canfield cheerleading group. And first of all, proud to be joined by senior Lucia Schaab. Lucia, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so senior year, I guess let's start there. Senior year, probably about a month into school. What's it feel like to now be a senior and be a cheerleader at such a great school?
It's great. I always dreamed about being the oldest on the team in front of the student section and just having everybody cheer your name. There's no feeling like it.
All right, so there's 4 seniors that we're going to interview tonight. I guess let's talk about that relationship with these girls. How long have you cheered together?
So I've cheered since 8th grade, and they've all cheered 1 year longer than me in 7th. But from the first year that I cheered with them, we have always said we're just a grade that's always clicked. We've never, we've had issues, in the past years with, arguing and stuff with the squad, and our squad is just honestly the best of friends. We always have sleepovers after the games. We're always with each other. It's the best thing.
Oh, no doubt. It's a good group. They had a big win Friday night against Poland. We'll talk with Lucia about that, but family's important. You get a chance to be on YSN. You get to be interviewed. Talk about your family a little bit and what they mean to you.
My family means the absolute world to me. I have a pretty big family, and I love spending time with them more than anything. We have Sunday dinners with pasta every single Sunday.
Okay.
We're always playing some games, some card games, or being outside with each other, watching movies. It's the best.
So they get to spend a lot of time with you. Obviously,
Yes.
probably get a chance to watch you cheer. That has to be an important thing for you.
So important. My parents are in the stands every game. My cousins always come, my aunts, my uncles, my brother.
Okay. Oh, brothers, sisters, how many brothers?
I have one brother.
One brother, okay.
He's 21.
Okay, so you're the baby girl of the
Yes,
family.
the baby
There is
girl of the
nothing
family.
wrong with that. Lucia is the baby girl of the family,
Yes.
no doubt. You know where your parents are sitting on game night, don't you?
Yeah.
That's exciting. I always ask players this, I ask cheerleaders this. Do you make any gesture to them before the game starts or before it starts to get into those intense situations?
Sometimes I'll throw him a little wave.
Okay,
Nothing
absolutely.
crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
A little wave is
Yeah.
good. Well, shout out to the Schaab family for all they do for Lucia, no doubt. Matt, I say this all the time. I'm going to say it to Lucia. Cheerleading is a sport. Do you agree with that?
I completely agree.
Absolutely. These girls spend a lot of time. You cheer football, then you go right to basketball.
Yeah.
All summer long, you're preparing for this.
Yep.
Take us through that. That's a long summer for cheerleading and then go into a season and then right into the next.
Yeah, the summers are probably, I would say, the most exhausting part. We have practice every single day of the week except for Saturday and Sunday, normally from 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 11. And we actually started doing lifting and stuff in the weight room this year.
Okay.
So that has been something that's really interesting. And then straight from practice in the summer, we have our big fair show routine. And we have a 3-day camp at Cheer Time Athletics in Niles. And they teach us a routine. And it's I think an 8-hour day for 3 days.
Okay.
And then we just practice that into our fair show. And then once the season starts, we have practice at least once a week.
Yeah, that's a busy time. Plus go to school
Yeah.
and do, everything you want to do. Obviously, there's a varsity cheerleading program. There's a JV program, right? Freshman program
Yep,
too? Okay, so
freshman, JV, and
3
freshman.
programs. You guys, do you spend a lot of time with the JV and freshmen as the older group?
Yeah, we do. Especially in the summer, we
Okay.
try to heavily do team bonding and stuff. And this has
Very good.
honestly been one of the best group of freshmen I think that I've ever experienced. They've all been super sweet and just super welcoming and super open to like talking to us and everything. And then obviously with practices, we do like it's the entire team, so
Okay.
we see them at least once a week.
I want to ask, do you get a chance? I know there's grade school cheerleading, obviously, middle school. Do you girls get a chance to go down there? It's probably hard.
It is hard. We helped with their tryouts this
Okay.
year actually, so we got to like make up a routine for their tryouts and like just kind of coach them and teach them on stuff, give them like little tips here and there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. With Lucia Schaab, senior cheerleader, Canfield High School. Folks, they had a big win. They beat the rivals from 2-4, the Poland Bulldogs, Friday night. I will talk to her about that. The Cardinals prepare to face the Cheney Cowboys. We'll have it for you on YSN Friday night at 7 o'clock. Anthony Malone and Craig Walters will be on the call. I'm proud to be here. One of my favorite places to come to was here years back now, DJ Yoakley. I've stepped in for him tonight so he could take care of some family things. His son's got a game tonight, so I hope they're enjoying that, but I'm proud to be here. Lucia, Poland week had to be different, and I don't want to take away from any other game. I know we'll talk with Coach. There's no game more important to the next, but let's be honest, for students, cheerleaders, and the student body, there's not a bigger game than Poland.
No, there's not. Everybody's spirits are up for Poland week.
Talk to me about that week. Do you do different things daily? Do you?
We actually did. We do like goodie bags and
Okay.
treat bags for the boys. So we're working on that all week. We do like little bone Rice Krispie treats,
Okay.
and then we make our own puppy chow.
Puppy chow.
So
okay.
that's always fun to make. And then we decorate the locker room and throw streamers all around for them.
And then obviously probably a rally, I want to say, right? A pep rally?
We didn't do a
Do
prep
one?
rally this
Okay.
year. I think we're doing it maybe in a couple weeks.
Okay.
We normally do though.
So, folks, you see it? I mean, that's a lot of time for these student athletes to spend not only in the classroom and on the field. You win that game for you girls. How exciting was that?
So exciting. The adrenaline was insane.
Yeah, it was a great game, too. I mean, down to the wire,
Yeah.
you're cheering, you're watching. Do you get a chance to pay much attention to that? I've always wanted to ask cheerleaders that. You have a job to do. You're cheering, leading your students, but do you find yourself peeking over your shoulder and watching a little bit?
For sure. I've actually, like, before I started cheering, like, high school, I never really, like, knew a lot about football or watched it, like, heavily, and now I'm so interested in
Okay.
it every single week. We're always, like, our coach will always, like, basically beg us to, like, do a cheer
Yeah.
because we're just so interested
Well,
in what's
because
going
you're
on.
interested in what's going on, no doubt. They had a big win. Congrats to you girls.
Thank
Also,
you.
do you do anything else other than cheerleading, school-wise?
School-wise, no. I used to do competitive dance
Okay.
for about 10 years, but I'm not doing it this year.
That's a lot of time, too. So,
A lot of time.
you know, here we are. I can't believe, Matt, it's almost September's coming to an end. This is week 5 of football. That's crazy to think that we're halfway through. When you graduate, have you thought about what Lucia wants to do, some goals, some things, college?
A little bit for sure. I don't know fully where I want to go yet, but I for sure want to do either pediatric or NICU nursing.
Okay, those are fantastic choices.
Yep.
So you have a lot of time to think about that. Obviously, have you gone to Canfield your whole life, Canfield School
Yep.
Systems? Talk about that a little bit. Canfield is a great school
Great
system.
community,
You're a
yeah.
senior now. It's prepared you to go into those college courses that you want to do. Talk about how special Canfield's been for you throughout 12 years of schooling.
It's been so special. It's just like the bond that even like with somebody that I don't talk to very often or somebody that I wouldn't necessarily like be like best friends with them
Sure.
just because we've been together throughout our whole lives. And I think that's something that senior year everybody kind of starts realizing is like how important these people are. And actually at the school I do a mentor program.
Very nice.
So I get to visit and like help teach kids at like the middle schools or the elementary schools, and so that's been so kind of full circle.
Oh, that's
To just
fantastic.
be with them.
And it takes a lot of pressure off younger students. So I want to ask you about that. I'm going to take you back to your freshman year. It's a big school to go into for a high
Yes,
school.
it
It's
is.
obviously, yes, you go to middle school. I get that. But it's a great school to go to. And now you're in high school and you're a freshman. Do you go back and think about those days sometimes?
I tried not to
Yeah.
a lot. It was good. It was definitely a learning experience. Cheer definitely made things a lot easier. It made the transition a lot smoother because
Okay.
I was with, and I met a bunch of people like over the summer. So it wasn't any traumatic experience, crazy experience because I had a lot of girls that were
Well, that's fantastic to hear with Lucia Schaab, senior cheerleader at Canfield Cardinals. They come off a big win. She does a lot of great things. You heard the mentoring for the high school. That is fantastic to work with the younger students. But we're going to play, Matt, I haven't done a lot of these. We're going to play rapid fire.
Okay.
And there's no wrong answer, so anything you say is a good answer. Matt, I haven't done a whole lot of cheerleading rapid fire, so I'm going to have to take a quick thought on what we do here. Let's go this. It's been brutally hot. Like for you girls, hot all summer, even early morning.
Yes.
Do you drink more water, or are you a Gatorade drinker?
Water.
Water? Okay, I would have to think cheerleaders would drink water. Favorite part of cheerleading is?
The team dinners.
Okay, talk about that a little bit. Team dinners. When do you do?
We do them every Thursday.
Okay.
And we get to paint the student section
Love
signs
it.
before. So all the cheerleaders, we normally have some Starbucks or something with us, and we get to paint. And there's just been a lot of laughs. And then when we go to actual team dinner, the food is always great, and we're always just laughing and doing something crazy.
Very nice. Keep those dinners up. So dinner tomorrow night again as you get ready for week 5. That's fantastic. Role models. Lucia's having a bad day. The cell phones don't work. Coach Ignazio can't help you from an athletic standpoint. You're having a bad day. Your girls can't even help you. Who are you going to?
My brother.
Your brother? Okay, older brothers are good to have, no doubt. So
Yes.
shout out to your brother for all he does for you, the support and those types of things. That's what big brothers do. Favorite class you've had so far at Canfield High School?
Anatomy.
Anatomy. So that takes me to the fields you want to get into
Yes.
with anatomy, definitely.
Yes.
That makes sense. So, all right, Lucia, right now on YSN, you get to shout out and say hello to your favorite teacher. And this is a tough one. If there's a couple, you could say a couple.
I'll shout out my favorite teacher, Mr. Hurdley.
Mr. Hurdley. Okay, Walt Hurdley, right?
Yes.
Mr. Walter Hurdley, shout out to all you do. You know how good of a player Walt Hurdley was when he was in high school?
I do not.
He was one of the best football players I've ever watched. I say that to him all the time. I've known Coach Hurdley a long time. Great coach, but obviously a great teacher too. So shout out for him for all he does. Relationship with your brother. Special.
Super close. So special. We've always, you wouldn't really think because we're 4 years apart
Okay.
and girl and a guy, but we have always been super close. He's the person I text whenever I hear something, some news or something.
Very good.
Yeah.
Tell me about how good the Canfield student body is on game night.
So good. Honestly, shockingly good this year.
Shockingly, but they're
Shockingly
good
good.
every year. So you think
Yeah.
it's bigger and better.
And I wasn't expecting our grade to be as involved
Vocal?
as they are. And they have been amazing.
And you've been together for 4 years. Isn't that amazing stuff that you fear?
Yeah.
And now it's here, and they've all answered the bell. So, a shout out to some of the guys that are the leaders in that student section.
Yeah.
Are
Probably Jake DeLisio, Zane Jadala, Ray McCune. They're pretty big
all right.
ones.
Shout out to you 3. You better be there Friday night when the Cardinals travel over to Cheney for a good football team, folks. 1 and 3. Do not look at 1 and 3. That's a talented football team. That's going to be a great football game. We talked about your college ambitions. Have you thought about how fast this is going?
Every day.
Isn't it something? Like when you're a freshman, I have my sophomore
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I have my junior year. When did this start to hit you? Like we're getting closer daily to becoming a Canfield graduate.
I would say probably last year. Last year was kind of the seniors. I was close with a lot of
Okay.
the seniors, so kind of just seeing them, even the cheerleaders, seeing them talk about their last game or
Sure.
their last team dinner, just everything. It just kind of put in perspective that I really only have one more year, and once that last game is over, there's no more.
Well, there's a lot more for you. I think this team's going to continue to win, hopefully
I
make a
do
playoff
too.
run and do those type things. Lucia Schaab, I want to thank you for being, folks, let's face it, being the first of 4 cheerleaders is not easy. You've been fantastic. See, it wasn't as bad as I told you it was going to
you're
be.
right.
So shout out to your family, your brother, all your cheerleading friends, and everything that you give back to Canfield High School impresses me so much. Matt and I, the things you do, that mentoring program to help younger students, keep doing what you do, and Best of luck the rest of the way in this football
Thank you.
season. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
Alrighty.
much.
Bye-bye.